Shemai. Today I'm out on a road because we're going to have a look at this plant here. And this is a great mullein, or Verbascum thapsus, or in Welsh, Panog felyn. And it's a lovely little plant. And I say little because this one is a small example. Now these can grow up to about 2 meters tall. And last year there was a lovely one down that way a little bit, that was way taller than me, over 2 meters tall. But unfortunately, because they're biennial, in the first year you get like a rosette of flowers, which we'll have a look at, a rosette of leaves, which we'll have a look at in a minute. And then in the second year, you get this tall flower spike. Now, this is a classic place for them to grow. They like disturbed ground or not so great ground anyway, and they'll grow on dry soil and right next to a road like this. This is perfect for them. So mullein, being a biennial, will grow over 2 years, and in the first year of growth it'll produce this beautiful little rosette of these soft downy leaves, and this is what you would be looking for in the first year of growth. And then after the first year it produces that tall stem with the flowers on top, that long flower spike. So the most noticeable thing about mullein, the leaves, they're soft and sort of hairy. Now the basal leaves, these large leaves, can be up to about 50 centimetres across, and you can see they've got like an elliptical look to them. And actually you can see these basal ones being by a road, they're covered in bits of dirt off the road and things as the cars have kind of splashed past, and we've had that little bit of rain recently. And then as you come up, you can see how the leaves, these bottom ones are stemmed, and as you come up they actually grow straight off the stem like that, and they look like little sort of wings coming off. And then as you come up you get this tall flower spike. Now like I said, last year there was one that towered over me. It was way over 2 meters tall. This is a particularly small one. Now it's been a very hot, very dry year, so whether that's stunted its growth because it's getting lack of water, or whether it's just where it's growing, I'm not really sure. But these flowers appear between sort of June and July, and they're 12 to 35 millimeters across. And you can see it's a shame actually, because I've missed the best part of it. These flowers have all gone over, but normally this tall flower spike will be bright yellow. The flowers are very, very lovely on them, and very crowded, as you can see. These are all flowers here, and this spike comes up in the second year of growth, like we said. Now the leaves, they are really lovely. They're so soft to touch, but actually I've read, and it's never caused me any problems, but it says that, you know, when they're dry, the hairs on these leaves can actually be a little bit irritating, so just to be aware of that. Okay, so mullein, as with all plants, is good for wildlife, and it's particularly good for the mullein moth, as a food source for the mullein moth. Now, it has been used, had lots of uses in the past. It's been used as a medicine, and it was used to reduce coughs if anybody had a cough, and it was used for lots of skin disorders. So the flowers can be used to reduce sort of eczema, the effects of eczema, and promote the healing of wounds as well. Now, one of the interesting things is that this long stalk with the flowers on top, in the old days, Romans used to dip this into tallow, which was like animal fat, and they would use it as a torch, really, as a taper. So it would be like a long stalk with a flame on top, and they used to use it for things like funeral processions, and also to light the road. Sorry, I thought there was a car coming. And also to as a light source in the Roman barracks. Now, the leaves, we've said that the leaves the dry hairs can irritate some people, but actually these beautiful soft leaves have had many uses. They've been used as things like toilet paper, as babies' nappies, as food wrappers, and also as soothing insoles for inside of your shoes. I've also read that Roman ladies would use these yellow flowers to make a yellow dye to dye their hair like a golden yellow colour. Now, some of these uses and some of these names allude to some of the other sort of less common names, I guess, for mullein these days. And it was called Aaron's rod or the candlewick herb, which you can understand why, because it'd be dipped in tallow and lit, but also the hag's taper. And like I say, a taper was like a kind of torch that would be lit, and that's because it was associated with witches' covens, and they would use these as torches to light their, I guess, their caves or their covens and where they used to live. Okay, so great mullein. I think the challenge for this one is actually to go out and find a better example than the one that I've got. I mean, this is very small really for the mulleins that normally grow around here. But have a look at them. Like I say, these leaves are so soft, so lovely. And when you can find a flower spike that's in full flower, unlike the one I've got here, it is beautiful. It's a really lovely sight. So there we go, mullein. See if you can find it, and good luck.